the top of the milk to you, Squire.
You are?
Do you know what day it is today?
Monday.
It's not just Monday. It's a very special Monday.
Well, it must be, judging me the grin on your chops. What have you done? Shot your mother-in-law?
Today, I'm going to be a dad.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, I wouldn't shoot my mother-in-law, me. I'm not the type. Anyhow, she don't live within shooting distance. See you. Hello. Who's the big lad then? Oi! Hey, what's his name? How old is he? He's a big lad, isn't he? Grant. See you, missus.
Feel a bit fresher now?
I feel a bit more lively. Oh, it's not like home, is it? But when you're hungry like I am, you're grateful for anything. How do you feel?
Disappointed. And I've got a splitting head.
I'll be the sleeping pill, I expect. You're not used to 'em.
No, never had one in my life.
You need 'em in here. A million little kids squawking all night, you'd never get a wink.
I didn't come in to get a wink. I come in to get a baby.
You'll get a baby, all right. You don't think that's a gumball you've got there, do you?
Yeah, but when? Nothing's happened since last night.
I were half asleep when they fetched you in. But awake enough to cop your husband, he's a bit of all right.
You think so?
Wait till you see mine. Still, beauty's on his skin deep. He's very good to me, bless him.
Oh, so's Ray. Sometimes.
And they all have their off moments. You must be thankful for their on moments, that's what I say. Mind you, this is one on moment I could have done without. It'll be my flaming fourth.
Oh, do you mind?
Well, if I did, I've had 9 months to get used to the idea. No, they all fetch their own love with them when they come.
I'm having 2. A boy and a girl, and then stop.
Aye, just what I said.
Visitor for you, Mrs. Langton, and by right he shouldn't be here yet, so kiss him goodbye before Sister comes, all right?
Hiya.
Hiya.
What do you think you're doing?
It's this secret vice I've got that I don't usually talk about. It's called eating.
I thought you were supposed to be busy having a baby.
Do you mind looking the other way while I chuck half a cup of stewed tea over him?
If she starts bashing you about, you can always come to me for a bit of sympathy.
Down, Rover, it's just a maternal instinct.
Gets me into trouble all the time.
What's happened to your flipping maternal instinct, then? Where's this blooming baby? I've had a sleepless night.
Oh, tut rotten tut. I've had a lovely night.
Doing what?
Nothing. Sweet Fanny Adams. Fred has decided he prefers it where he is, nice and warm and cosy. He's in no hurry to come out and listen to his dad moaning. Now, how are you coping generally?
Well, actually, I spent last night with Len.
Why?
Well, I didn't fancy going back to an empty house. Went round to see him and got a bit late. It made sense to kip down there, like, you know.
I suppose you had a couple of jars.
Yeah, a couple, yeah.
And a bite of something to eat.
I went round cheeky tech out, yeah.
Oh, you can see how worried he was about me, can't you? Consoled himself with a game of cards, a crate of ale and a treble portion of king prawns.
I'll give the hospital Len's phone number.
Next time I come back on this earth, I'm coming back as husband.
Hey, seriously, love. What do they reckon's going on?
You better ask them. They tell me nought. I'm only the mother.
Come along, ladies. Haven't you finished your breakfast yet?
Should make a good seaside landlady.
She would.
Hey, nurse, when are we going to see any action?
Any action? Mr. Langton, it is the arrival of an innocent wee babe into the world that we're waiting for, not Saturday afternoon at Old Trafford.
I don't know which one of the two we prefer.
Shall you be able to go and see her there?
Oh, I'll be able to nip across to maternity sometime during the course of the morning. Find out the latest developments.
Well, nothing could have happened yet, or else Langton would have been round broadcasting it by now.
Oh, you should have seen his face when he heard she'd been rushed in.
Ah, well, that was because he knew that she hadn't had time to make arrangements to have his socks washed and his teas made. One tub of Marge, was it, love?
Please. And I think that's a lot. Any news about Deirdre? Oh, not as yet. No, I wouldn't mind betting that Ray'll turn out the softest father ever.
Give over. I'm not saying he'll be a bad dad, but I reckon I'll see more of his kid than he will.
Oh, why is everybody so cynical?
It's not that we're cynical, love. We just know Ray Langton.
I still think you're both wrong. You see, he'll dote on the child. His type usually do.
She lives in a little world of her own, that one, doesn't she?
Oh, my Auntie Ethel's just the same. You know my Uncle Alf bashes hell out of every Friday night. Do you know what she blames it on? Canteen dinners.
Canteen dinners?
Cheese and onion pie on Fridays. She says he can't digest it, upsets his system. He doesn't have to have the cheese and onion. He could have sausage and chips.
Yes, well, some people like to look on the bright side. I mean, it's a good fault, you know.
Well, ain't done me Auntie Ethel much good, has it? She's had 2 chipped teeth, a black eye, and a pan of cabbage chucked over her, and that's only this week. Here, do you sell cakes? I've had my breakfast, I'm still starving. My mum says I must be pregnant, but I'm not, I'm just hungry.
Take your pick.
Oh, lovely. Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
Give us a quarter of tea, Reenie, and I'll get off back to work.
You work round here, do you?
Yeah, pub on the corner.
Hey, up early.
No stock taking.
You wouldn't mind stock taking in a pub. Come to think on it, wouldn't mind working in a pub. Any jobs going?
No, we're overstaffed as it is. Start, lovey.
Oh, well. See you. Not to worry. Might have been a giggle. Hardly got prospects, who has it? And that's what I want. Something with prospects. Unlimited horizons.
Looking for a job then, are you?
Aye, that's why I'm here.
Oh, well, I haven't got any going.
No, I mean round here. I believe there's a factory opening in the vicinity.
Don't look now, but it's right behind you.
Oh, is that it? Funny, I never noticed it when I passed. Mind you, there were a lad what looked a bit like David Essex passing his moped at time. Yeah, quite convenient.
You've definitely got a job there, then?
Oh, no, but I shall have. They've to see me yet.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be too optimistic, love. You see, they're fully staffed as it is. They wouldn't take my brother on, and he's highly qualified.
I'm highly qualified.
What at?
Everything. I'm a quick learner. How much do I owe you?
18p.
Then little Andrea. She's the youngest. She's a daddy's pet and no mistake. Right little spoilt madam she is. She'll lead some poor fellow a right dance when she's a bit... Summat up, love?
Oh, no. I wish there was. It was just a bit of wind. Oh, I'm fed up with this.
When did you last have a contraction?
It must have been about 9 o'clock. Yeah, because I came in here going on for 7, and then I had 'em on and off for a couple of hours, and then nothing since.
Well, it's nothing to worry over. I know you say you're not, but you are, aren't you? Worrying.
Yeah, a bit.
Well, don't. It won't do you or the baby any good, and it certainly won't bring it on any quicker. Staff was right. She said make the most of your chance for a bit of rest. I know I am. When they told me blood pressure was on the high side and I'd have to come in for the last few days, I was tickled pink.
Were you?
Listen, I know George is good to me, but you don't think I get waited on hand and foot at home, do you? With him and 3 kids to shop and wash and cook and clean for. Hey, know what's for dinner? Honey shepherd's pie followed by syrup sponge pudding and custard. The orderly told me. Sponge puddings is me weakness. George won't let me make starchy puddings at home. He's very protein conscious, being a butcher.
Hello, what are you doing here?
Well, I had a few minutes to spare, like, so I thought, what shall I do? Nip down the betting shop and have half a quid on the 130 and nip down the hospital and see if I'm on the way to being a dad. Hospital we're nearer.
No, you're not. I'm wearing my roses.
Them do you?
Oh, it's all right, I suppose. Not as good as roses, though.
Have you any idea of the cost of red roses?
Have you any idea what it's like having a flipping baby?
No, and neither have you, so don't give me none of that.
Not my fault.
You'll have to light a firework under her.
Hey, you're all right, are you?
Smashing, Tar. And Chuck, I'll keep an eye on her. She'll be all right with me.
Listen, when she has that kid, I'll buy you both a dozen red roses.
And a bottle of champagne.
Yes, and a bottle of... Hey, listen, you've been watching too many pictures. Oh, yeah, it's all right. I'm just going. I only popped in, like. See you this afternoon, Mother.
See ya. Everything all right, ladies?
Oh, it's a grand hotel, this. I'm thinking of booking in for my summer holidays.
Well, it's nice to know that somebody appreciates us. Pain?
No, just wind.
Nurse, I didn't want to ask you in front of my wife, but is everything all right?
Of course it is. Oh, don't you start now. We've enough trouble coping with anxious mothers.
Yeah, but she's not due for 5 weeks. I mean, is she going to have it now or what?
I think the best thing you can do is to have a word with Dr. Hollings. He'll be doing his rounds in about 20 minutes. Can you hang on for a bit?
Yeah, I'll just make a phone call and then I'll wait right here, if that's all right. It'll just make me feel easier in my mind, you know.
Of course it will.
Well, get Marie onto it. She's a fast worker. Tell her there'll be a small incentive bonus if she can get the sample out on time.
Right.
See, Johnson's buyer's interested, but he won't commit himself until he's seen a sample.
Understandable.
That's a load of rubbish. He's just plain hard to get. You know what these buyers are like. He knows damn well the line I go. It's just a variation of a design he's had before. He sold enough of them. Nah, he just wants to see me sweat. Only I don't.
Only you don't let him know you don't.
Ah, well, he gets his kicks, we get the order. I should worry.
Here, how small an incentive bonus, Marie?
Ah, well, small. Tell her times are hard.
Yep, that's what she'll tell me.
Oh, I want to see the accounts of the shop sometime this week.
Shop?
Yeah, our shop, my shop, Sylvia's. Now, look, Ernie, you've got to come up with a catchier name than that.
I didn't realise that was my responsibility.
All part of the empire, chum. All part of the job.
I see. So an increased workload will lead to an increased pay packet?
Ah, well, times
are very hard, yeah.
We'll see what happens then.
All right.
Hey, I've been hanging around waiting for half an hour, you know. I've not got all day.
Sorry, Miss... I've forgotten.
Birchall, Susie.
Yeah. She's after a job.
A job?
I know you've been telling everyone you're full up, but I'm different.
How old are you?
18.
18. Well, I'll tell you something, sweetheart. You may not be long on experience, but you're not short of cheek.
Who is he?
Only the boss.
Oh, dear. One battle lost, but not the war, as my dad says when he's had a row with me, ma'am. Now, what can you offer me?
Now, Mr. Langton, Dr. Hollings told you not to worry. He did say it could just be the way the baby's lying.
Not to flaming worry. He can't hear the baby's heartbeat and I'm not supposed to worry. What do you think I am?
Oh, sorry, you're wasting your time and mine, Miss Birchall.
Oh, Susie. Call me Susie. May as well get used to it.
Oh, why?
Well, if I'm going to be working here, don't go around calling the girls Miss this, that, or whatever, do you?
Oh, we don't. It's all very friendly here, but, what's the point, love? You won't be working here because we simply haven't got a job to offer you.
If you haven't got a job to offer me, why are you giving me this interview?
I'm not giving you an interview, Miss Birchall. I only interview experienced machinists. Now, you've never even been inside a factory, let alone worked a machine.
I'm a fast learner.
I dare say, love, but not here. We haven't got the training facilities. The people I need have got to be fully trained.
Well, everyone has to begin somewhere, don't they?
Yes, I know, love, but not here. We simply haven't got the facilities. Look, why don't you go off somewhere, get some experience, and come back to us in a few months?
Oh, no. That'd be against me morals.
Pardon?
Well, if someone has a job of training you, it's only right that you have the benefit of having you. Else it'd be immoral, wouldn't it?
Well,
She's got a point there, Ernie.
yes, I know, but not here. We haven't got a training scheme.
No experience at all?
No, not as a machinist, no.
Oh, look, let's forget it, shall we? I realise I don't want to be a machinist. I can't use my imagination stuck behind a machine all day, can I? And that's what I want. Unlimited horizons.
A job where you can use your imagination.
And I've got plenty of that, honest.
I wouldn't quarrel with that.
Any road tar for seeing me?
Now, look, just a minute. Hang on a second. What did you say your name was?
Susie Birchall.
Well, I think I've got a job for you, Susie.
Honest?
Yes, I do.
How is she?
Fine and perky and eating her lunch.
Has the doctor not been back?
He will be. Mr. Langton, if we thought that there was any cause at all for alarm, do you think we'd be going on like this?
How the heck do I know how you'd be going on? I've not been a father before.
No, well, I suppose it is only natural you should feel a bit of concern, but don't let your wife see it. There's no point in worrying her as well, is there?
As well? You mean there is something gone wrong?
No, I don't. A sacred aunt will have to watch every word I say to you, won't I? Now go in there and cheer her up and smile, for goodness sake.
So, are you here again? Can't keep away from me, can you? I know it's only me grapes you're after. Look who's come to see me.
No, Ray. You're getting very excited.
Oh, yeah. Tension's killing me.
It's not doing me much good either. Hey, what do you think about Lynette?
I don't know, who's she?
Oh, she isn't anybody, not yet. She might be our daughter. Lynette Langton, what do you think?
Might be a bit of an handicap when he wants to play for United.
He's made up his mind it's going to be a boy.
What will you call him if it is a boy?
Well, I like Andrew, but he fancies Richard. Now, I don't dislike Richard, but I'm not potty about Dick. And Richards always get shortened to Dick, don't they? Dick Langton. Now, it sounds a bit yobbish.
I've got a book of names at home. I'll get my George to fetch it in next time he comes. If mine's a girl, she's going to be Elise after me mother. Well, she's Elsie, really. But I'm not lumbering no kid with Elsie these days. She's already played pop because I haven't called any of the others after her. Says she'll not leave me a green shield stamps if I don't call this one for her. If it's a lad, I'm really in trouble.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. Have you phoned me mum?
What?
She might just be vaguely interested to hear she's nearly a gran, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll phone her?
Yeah, of course I will.
Hey, you're not going already, are you?
Yeah, well, I best nip out, honey. Popped out for a minute. I've hardly been in at all today.
Well, you're entitled. It's not every day you have a baby.
I guess that's true. See you, love.
See ya.
Ta-ra.
Bye. And she'd already spent a fortune on this crib, all done out with white frills and ribbon bows and lined in the most beautiful.
Carl, I'll be back in a minute. She's probably popped out for a sandwich. See, she can't have a proper lunch hour being by herself.
She on this as well?
Yeah, recently.
Bit of a dump, isn't it? I mean, a bit old-fashioned. Not your style at all, but if you're just taking over, that accounts for it.
And what is my style?
Well, you know, so there's a bit of go in it, a bit of zip, pow. So you want me to work here, do you?
I was considering it, yeah. I thought it was something you could do. Something with a bit of a go in it. Zip, pow, you know what I mean?
I like you, you're great. I'm gonna like working for you.
Yeah, you will, as long as you're still enough. Get in on time and don't leave 10 minutes early each night. Oh, and try and make sure that after stock doesn't walk out with the customers, will you?
Walk out? Oh, I see, you mean shoplifters.
We do get a few, yeah.
Not with me around, you won't. I've got eyes on the top of my head, the back of my head, and the soles of my feet.
Yeah, I can believe that. Well, look, I can't hang around here much longer. Girl will be back soon. Introduce yourself. She's a nice kid. Put her in the picture. I'll try and pop back later. Oh, and look off after me, will you?
What for? It's a shop, ain't it? Customers will want serving.
Yeah, but you don't know where everything is.
Well, it's not exactly marks and sparks, is it? I can find my way around. Long as prices are marked on tickets, I can't go wrong. And I am honest, Mr. Baldwin. It says so on references I gave you. I won't walk off with Tiller now. I'm not stupid.
No, love. Neither am I. Right, Susie, you're in charge.
Thanks for your trouble, lovey. Bye. Nope, nothing yet. Still on the ward. So she hasn't even started yet, no?
So what was all the panic for last night?
Oh, false alarm.
Is she coming home? Because I'll pop round and see her after work if she is.
Well, I've no idea of it. It depends entirely on nature. Well, I hope it doesn't do itself too much. I needed at least another day to finish this code.
It could be 2 days, 3 days, 3 weeks, 5 weeks.
That could be.
It's a bit like horse racing, isn't it, with every nagging outside there.
Sure, Deirdre'd love to hear that.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Why don't we run a sweepstake on it?
It means why doesn't he run a sweepstake on it?
On what? Whether it comes first, second or third? She's having one baby, you know, not triplets. Just hope she's not.
No, on when it's born. Taking the time. Nearest wins. I'll work out some odds and take your bets tonight.
Yeah, but what if the little love's born before then?
Then I'll bash the little love over its little head with its little rattle. I'm joking.
Oh, give us a pie and let me go. I'm only supposed to take half an hour dinner till he gets me some help.
You've been here 40 minutes already.
Can I help it if you're slow?
Well, it must be washable because it says so on label. Look, you see that little wiggly thing with lines on it and number 6 on top? Well, that means machine wash on number 6.
Yes.
Short spin, cool iron. The other little thing means don't use bleach, but you wouldn't anyway, would you? Any road, if you wash it as per instructions and then it goes wrong, fetch it back. It'll be manufacturer's responsibility then. But myself, I don't think you'll have any problems.
Thank you.
Oh, hang on a minute, love. I'll just tidy these things away, then I'll serve you.
Actually, I think it should be me serving you. I work here. Who the hell are you?
Oh, you must be Gail. I'm Susie. I work here too.
I'll take her a little box of them cheese triangles.
To the hospital?
Well, they're better than chocolates. She needs plenty of calcium, especially if she's going to feed it herself.
Well, is she?
Well, if she's got any sense in her head, she will. Nature's way is the best way in the end. And I'll have a tin of pilchards in tomato sauce for myself and a bottle of vinegar, and that'll be the lot.
And when are you going?
As soon as I've had a bit of dinner, I'll catch the 5 past bus.
Are you sure they'll let you in, Mrs. Sharples? You see, I have a feeling there's only husbands allowed.
They'll let me in.
It would be a shame, wouldn't it, for you to trail all that way for nothing?
They'll let me in.
Yes, I have a feeling they will.
Well, he might have told me first.
He couldn't. You weren't here. And as I was free to start immediately, it was obviously needed me desperate.
Why was it obvious?
Shop was shut, weren't it? You can't make money with a shut shop.
I'm entitled to me flaming dinner break.
He said you'd only be gone a few minutes. I've been here half an hour on my own.
Do I have to answer to you now?
I'm not going at you nothing, Gail. I couldn't stick it in here all day without a break neither. I'm just thinking of him.
Yeah, so am I.
He's a businessman. He's in it to make money.
I don't think he need worry too much. Not with you to take care of his interests.
He gave me a job, and if there's one thing I'm loyal. I like Mr. Baldwin. I want to do my best.
You want to make a success of it here, do you?
Well, what do you think?
Really get stuck in?
If there's one thing I've got, it's bags of energy.
As well as being loyal.
I know my abilities and I know my faults.
Well, it's a shame to let all that energy and loyalty go to waste, isn't it? Them shelves. They need clearing, dusting, and the boxes sorted through and put back neatly.
Oh, they do. I'll help you.
Help me? You'll do it. I'm manageress here.
Oh, no, Flower. I don't want to be nasty around, but I think you've got it wrong.
I have I?
Mr. Boulder intends me to be in charge.
What?
Definitely last thing he said before he went out was, Susie, you're in charge.
I've just heard it myself with my own 2 ears.
You did? But what about the doctor? Has he not been back?
Mr. Langton, I have been a staff nurse on maternity for a long time, and I think I know the sound of a baby's heartbeat when I hear one.
Yes, I know, but
There's
surely...
nothing wrong. Everything's fine. Dr. Hollings will tell you that when you see him.
Well, how come he couldn't hear it in the first place?
Mr. Langton, if I had a few hours to spare, I'd give you a full rundown on antenatal problems, but I've not got the time, and I doubt that you'd be any the wiser.
You think I'm daft, worrying?
No dafter than any other expectant father.
It's the sleeping pill they gave her last night. They take a bit to wear off if you're not used to them. Have a chocolate.
No, Tar. Is she all right?
She's grand. She's just a bit tired, that's all.
Nothing happened yet.
I've never seen such an impatient pair as you two. Mind you, I suppose I was the same with me first. And George was just as bad. Worse.
I'll not disturb her then.
You think a lot of her, don't you?
I love her.
Well, if you love me, don't forget to phone me flipping mother.
Yes, boss. Right you are, boss.
It's going to be a lad, and it's going to be born 3:27 tomorrow, right?
Right.
Right, that's 20p.
Nobody gets it right.
Well, nearest wins, obvious, isn't it?
Well, how near? I mean, now look, say it's a girl and you get that bit right, but you're 4 days out in the date, and yet you're the nearest. You still win.
Oh, fair's fair, Betty. I mean, you can't have idiots winning sweepstakes. No, you got to be within 24 hours.
So nobody is.
But then you follow the usual rules. The money goes to charity.
Which charity?
Oh, give us a chance. I haven't thought yet, have I?
You will.
Hey, do yourself a favour, Eddie, and send it to hospital. They're going to need a bit extra there to patch you up.
Listen, I want to tell you two something. This is England, and in England, you're innocent until you're proved guilty.
You don't come from England. You come from Liverpool.
Don't let them hear you say that in the old Swan. I will show you the extent of my scrupulous fairness. Here, no. I'll even let him have a go, and he's got stable information. Right, 20p a throw, when it takes all. What and when? Hang on. No post-race betting. It hasn't arrived, has it?
No, and I'm blowed if I know when it will. Give us a pint, Betty.
Okay, Doc.
Hey, if he don't know, give us me 20p back.
I'll give over for that.
Betty.
Yes, love.
Bring this drink over here.
Right.
Hey, come over here. I want a word with you.
Go on. Do as you're told.
What's that? How is she?
Okay.
No baby yet?
No.
Well, what are you doing here?
Oh,
Yeah, Doc.
time, Betty.
Okay.
Thank you, lovey.
Yeah. I said, what are you doing here?
Well, it's the best place, isn't it? She's fed up waiting.
All the more reason why you should be with her. Still, I suppose you're right. Because if you sat at the side of the bed with a face like that, she'd start thinking you were worried about something. Now, what is it?
Do you want a milk stout?
I've got one.
It's nothing.
It's a very important nothing by the look of it.
Look, you've nearly finished it. You sure you don't want another?
All I want is an answer.
It's the doctor. He examined her and he said he couldn't hear the baby's heartbeat. Then they checked her again and the nurse said she could.
Well, you daft young devil. He says he can't hear it and you believe him. And you think she's thinking a pack of lies when she says she can. Is that it?
You must admit it's funny.
I must admit that you're funny. Yeah, I suppose we're all the same. We get a pain and we go to the doctor to be reassured and he says there's nothing to worry about. And do we believe him? Do we, hackers like? They can't win and neither can we. But it's quite true what they say, you know. Sometimes you can't hear a baby's heart beating and sometimes you can. It just depends what position it's in. Now you sit here and worry about that and I'll go and see your wife. Shall I tell her I've seen you?
No, don't do that.
No, perhaps I'd better not, otherwise she'll stop thinking about the baby and start worrying about its father.
Ray, when's Blanche coming, love?
Well, I've not had a chance to phone her yet, Betty.
Oh, well, you better get cracking, wouldn't you? I mean, I'd want to know if my daughter was on the
Yeah.
way. Anyway, look, be our guest, but ask the operator how much.
No, I can't do that. The number's at home, you see. I'll phone her from there.
OK, don't.
Yeah.
Putting up the evil days, sunshine.
I've got enough trouble without her.
You don't know when you're well off, you. Hey, my mother-in-law spoils me rotten.
I've got news for you. They're not all the same.
How's the lady in waiting?
Still flaming waiting.
Where's the girl?
Oh, she's gone to Manchester. She's shopping, you know, for the house. She asked Mrs. Walker for 2 hours off.
When?
About 10 minutes ago.
I got a car to a discount house. I told her to wait.
A discount house? You'd never get better in a discount house. No, she's headed for Deansgate Lovey and all the posh shops. Oh, a discount house.
Well, who she thinks she is in, Jackie and Nassus? I don't see anything wrong in getting a few bob off.
She knows that, Lovey. But it's not her money she's spending, is it? I mean, it's yours that makes a lot of difference. Giving her a chance to load it down King Street.
Ah, well, give us a scotch, will you? Why do I bother?
But I've been asking.
Do you want a drink?
No.
Rover's return. Yeah. Mrs. Walker, brewery. Sorry, Lovey.
You all right?
Can I help you?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm looking for a Mrs. Ray Langton.
Are you a relative?
No, just a friend, Mrs. Ena Sharples.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Sharples, we don't allow friends to visit. It's just husbands and close relatives.
I see. Just close relatives. And if I'd said I was one?
Well, I'd have believed you.
Right. I'm her mother.
You must have been a remarkable woman, Mrs. Sharples.
I still am.
She's in there. 5 minutes.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Oh, Mrs. Sharples, what brings you here?
Oh, just some young friend of mine what's having a baby. How are you?
I'm fine. Sit down. This is Mrs. Alford.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Mary's just twiddling her thumbs as well, aren't you, Mary?
Now, don't knock it. I haven't enjoyed myself so much for years.
Oh, why not? You've a few young nights coming along.
This is her 4th.
That's why I'm enjoying myself.
I thought you were getting on a bit to be having your first.
Who's your friend?
What about your husband? Is he looking after the rest of them?
Oh, heaven help him if he is. No. We both come from big families. There's no shortage of willing hands.
Or nosy Parkers, just waiting for the chance to go through your sideboard drawers.
Aye, there's plenty of them. But there's only one I can't stand. His stepsister. If she turns up, I'm on next bus home, baby. I'm not having her in my house.
It's funny, isn't it? There's always one.
There is.
Anyway, I mustn't gossip. It's only given me 5 minutes. Brought this for you. I've broken all records getting it ready for today.
Oh, what an unusual colour.
Well, I thought I'd better be on the safe side, see that we don't know what it's going to be. And you can put him in out these days, can't you? You know, you'll never believe it, I'll tell you. I was in Manchester about a fortnight ago, and I saw a young woman in Piccadilly with a babby, and it was dressed from head to foot in black.
The world's gone mad.
I see her in with somebody sensible.
Oh, yeah, she's full of little gems like that. The world's gone mad, everything's upside down. It went out like this when our David were born.
Well, it wasn't. You don't know how much having babies has changed. She'll tell you, won't you, Mrs. Sharples?
Well, hey, you're going back a bit, aren't you? In my day, if the midwife's bicycle had a puncture, you could look after yourself.
I'm not going back that far. I mean, look at postnatal care. They have babies next to beds now. They were out like that when I had our David. All the babies were in one big creche. And I'll never forget it. George visited me, and this little nurse comes in and she says, "Follow me, it's Father's Day. You're all going to see your kids."
She's right, you know.
Oh, I remember it to this day. When he comes back, he's laughing his head off. It seems there was this big plate glass window, and all the babies were behind it. And he shouts his name through the glass, and the nurse fetches our David and holds him up for George to look at. Well, you know what had tickled him? He'd been doing that himself all day, only with cuts of meat. He's a butcher, my husband, you know. How do you fancy that, Mrs. Harrison? He laughed. I thought she was going to tell me how much a pound it were, he said.
What's going on in here, then? Childbirth is a very serious matter, I'll have you know, and your time is nearly up, Mother.
I know, I won't outstay me welcome.
Well,
I'm very glad to see that you're comfortable.
Thank you.
You've made up your mind what you're going to have you?
Mrs. Sharples, I don't care what it is, as long as it gets a move on.
Have girls, the pair of you. We're much nicer than t'other lot.
Look, I'm not arguing about whether you work here or not. What I want to know is how you get the idea you're boss.
Because Mr. Baldwin said so. That's where I got the idea.
What did he say exactly?
Exactly. If I remember what every fella said to me, I'd go mad.
You remembered earlier on. All right, what did you say approximately?
Well, let me see. I said I wanted a job with responsibility and authority, and he said he had the very one. And as our English teacher said, it was implicit in what he said that I'd got the boss's job.
But he didn't exactly say it in so many words.
That's what implicit means. He said so, but not in so many words.
Well, let's hear him say it in so many words.
Look, if you want to go run... Yes, love?
Oh, a friend of mine bought one of them tabard tunics here a couple of weeks ago. Green it was, sort of sage green. Have you got it in any other colours?
Yes, I think we do. Where are the tabard tunics, Miss Potter?
Oh, I'd have thought you'd have known, Miss Birchill. In view of what Mr. Baldwin implicitly said, I'll get them.
Hey, you having a row?
Sort of difference of opinion.
Oh, can't be as bad as our place. I'm with Dickens and Worsthorne, you know, estate agents. There's one girl there who grumbles from morning till night. She grumbles if she got too much work. She grumbles if she hadn't got enough. And then one day last week, the boss come in about 10 to 5 and said he got 2 more letters. Well, she screamed the place down, didn't she? She stood there screaming and it was full of customers. Oh, it gets you down though, doesn't it? One girl left, you know, she couldn't sleep nights.
Here we are. Oh, how's that?
Not quite your colour, is it?
No, I was thinking that.
Perhaps you'd better carry on serving, Miss Birchill.
Yes, I will. And you can find something else to do.
Oh, if I live to be 100, I'll never make a work of art of this lot.
Andy Warhol did.
Who?
Andy Warhol. He's an American painter. He paints soup tins.
Oh, one of them. What can I get you?
Well, actually, I came to see you in your capacity as ticket seller for the dance. Could I have 2, please?
Now, I'm telling everybody, I'm not the only outlet. Now, are you sure your Ernest hasn't got 2 somewhere else?
If I left it to Ernest, the dance would be over before he even thought about it.
Not the gigolo, then.
Ernest, the gigolo? Never. He's more of a strip club man like myself, isn't he?
I agree with Ken. I mean, a dance is more than an excuse for physical contact. It's well, I mean,
it's a social occasion, isn't it? Of course it is. I mean, even those wallflowers can get a drink bought for us.
You let him buy you a drink, love. But if you're after a bit of physical contact, you need never be a wallflower while Eddie Yates has got his health and strength. I will give you a whale.
You what?
You needn't look at me like that. Save them looks for Mrs. Sharples. It's a well-known fact that bonny people are light on their feet.
Bye.
And are they light on the wallet and all, or have you come in here to buy something?
I could answer that, but I won't. I'll have 2 ounces of grapes.
What? 2 ounces of what?
Go on, make it £1/2 then.
Oh, that's England. Grapes on social security.
There you go. Dig in your grave with your big mouth. They're for Deirdre Langton. Now, I hope you're ashamed of yourself.
By gum, it's the life, is this?
I've just made a solemn resolution. This time tomorrow, there's going to be a baby at the bottom of that bed.
Even if you have to pinch one?
Oh, don't worry. I'm perfectly capable of providing my own.
Oh, I should be glad when the last of these are gone.
Don't be too glad, I've ordered more.
Oh, no. They're going out. They're on their last legs.
You say.
I know.
That's your trouble. You know everything except who's boss.
Right, that's it. I'm going to settle this once and for all.
I'll settle it. I'll find out what he really says.
And I'll be there to hear him say it.
I'll dig it out for you. I know I've got the dots somewhere. No, it's no trouble at all. I've just got to go through a pile of music about 3 feet high, that's all. There's no trouble. No, I keep finding pieces I thought I'd lost. Do you know, I nearly lost the whole lot a few weeks ago. I found Emily just about to chuck it all in the dustbin. Don't ask me, Arnold. It's just, I suppose, women don't appreciate the value of things, right? Yeah?
We've come for satisfaction.
I'll ring you back. What sort of satisfaction?
Oh, don't flatter yourself. It's work.
Here, now, less of that. Now, just let's calm down. Tell me what it's all about.
We want to know who's in charge at the shop, me or her.
What didn't Mr. Baldwin say?
She says he says it's her. I say he didn't.
And I say he did.
All right, all right.
Well, who is it?
Well, it's not for me to say, is it?
Oh, faff.
No, look, I've told you.
Is he in? Because I'm packing it in if it means me taking orders from her.
You can do
He
what
is
you
not
like.
in. He is over at the Rovers with a rep. Now, I suggest you go outside, cool off, and wait till he gets back.
If you think...
Outside!
Well, you can say what you like. I mean, if you've got to wait, there's worse places, you know, than Weatherfield General. Oh, it's beautiful. That new maternity wing is absolutely beautiful. Our Gordon kept me waiting, you know, a day or two. A day or two? I was 3 weeks late with our Vera. Hey, little devils. 56 years if she's lived. Seems but yesterday. Since you lost her? Oh, since she was born. Makes you think, doesn't it? It does indeed. Do you mind, Fred? This is ladies' talk.
Sorry.
Ah, Fred.
Yes, ladies, what's your pleasure? And keep the party clean, eh?
Fred, do us a favour. We don't want to interrupt. Tell Mr. Baldwin we want a word.
Gail, it's a pub, this. It's not a flipping telephone exchange.
Oh, give us a tomato juice. You don't get nothing for nothing in this life.
Some people don't deserve anything.
There you are. What was it you wanted, love?
Just a word with Mr. Baldwin if it's not too much trouble.
No trouble for you. It's for her, though. Right, Mr. Baldwin. Too late.
Right, what's that for?
We want to know who's boss.
You what?
We want to know who's boss at the shop, me or her.
You mean you want to know who's responsible for looking after Sylvia's?
Yeah.
Well, when you find out, tell me. There's only 2 of you working there and you're both here.
Locked up.
You... Wait a minute, Reg. Well, you can flame him. We'll unlock up. Then you get back to work and I'll see you later on. Now, go on.
We still don't know who's boss.
I am.
That looked interesting. It did indeed. Fred, ladies' talk finished.
Hey, what was that all about?
And talk slowly. I can't hear you when you jabber.
What did you say?
£1/2 of grapes.
Another £1/2?
Well, you can't sell me the same lot twice, can you?
What are you doing with them? Feeding the flaming parish?
They're for Deirdre, aren't they? Same as the last lot. Only I reckoned without Big Oggy. I went there for dinner, closed my eyes for 5 minutes. When I woke up, he'd scoffed the old flaming lot.
He didn't?
Yeah, not only that, but he reckons he feels ill now.
You'll have to give him these, won't you?
Listen, the only bunch he's getting off me is a bunch of 5s. They're big, fat, lazy, good for nothing.
Talking about yourself again, Yates?
Isn't it marvellous? You offer the hand of friendship and they bite it. Here, they're for your missus. I hope they choke you.
I thought he said they was for Deirdre.
He's not daft, you know. I mean, what invalid eats her own grapes?
True, very true.
Now, enough of this small talk. What can I get you?
Would you believe it was grapes I was after?
I believe anything.
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine, yeah. Oh, now, successful drink?
Yeah, knocked him down a few, Bob.
Great.
Look, I'm going to nip out again about 4. If you want me before then, I'll be in the workshop, all right?
Fine. Oh, hey, I had those girls in here a bit ago. Gail and, Susie, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some argument about who was boss. Well, I fobbed them off and told them to wait till you got back.
You fobbed them off?
Yeah.
Well, I've got news for you, Charlie. You're not the world's champion fobber offer, because they turned up at the Rovers.
They didn't.
Oh, they did. Right in the middle of an important conversation because some blabbermouth told them where I was.
Well, it could have been coincidence.
Oh, yes. Could have been, couldn't it?
Oh, excuse me, can I have a wee smile, please, Mr. Langton? Come on, before you go in to see your wife, take that woebegone look off your face. Mr. Langton, let me put it this way. Look, if I could find a wee leprechaun and wave his wee shillelagh and make me change places with your wife, I'd let him do it with the greatest of pleasure.
What, even with me as an husband?
Ach, I knew there was a drawback.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Anything happened?
No, sorry, I'm still in one piece. One big piece, admitted.
She's enjoying every minute of it.
Looks good, doesn't she?
She looks lovely.
Oh, well, don't stop on my account.
No, no chance. We don't want you being big-headed and all.
Where's me flower?
She's here, wilting.
How do? Hey, not arrived yet?
He can't wait for another son. He'll have him serving in shop before he's 3.
Hey, it's you I want. They're driving me balmy, all them women.
Good. You'll happen to appreciate me a bit more. What's in there?
I've brought you some chops.
Chops? What am I supposed to do with chops?
Well, take 'em down to the kitchen. They'll cook 'em for you.
Oh, they will, like as like.
Right. I'll take 'em home. Oh, there's a couple of books from Mrs. next door. And these are from our Stella.
When did she arrive?
Oh, there's still a time.
I hope you haven't gone and left her in the house alone.
Look, she came round to the shop, didn't she? Hey, I knew it were more than my life were worth.
You're right, no. It's the one I was telling you about.
Oh, yes. It's Mr. Anforth's stepsister.
Oh?
Mr. Anford's wicked stepsister.
Now, Mary, don't start. You know, it's not doing her a scrap of good being in here. She's just like this at home.
I am not.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Emily. Come in.
Is it all right? I'm just on my break. I told Ray I might pop in again.
Did you? Oh, Mr. Anforth, Emily works here, don't you, Emily? She's an orderly.
Well, nursing auxiliary, to be exact.
Hey, what's that when it's at home, love?
Well, I don't do anything medical for the patients. I think it's best described by saying I do everything a mother would do if the patient was at home.
Is that right? Get cracking, then. Tell him off.
Oh, what for?
I'll
Anything
think of something.
special? Well, look, it seems silly coming when you've already got visitors. I'll pop back in again sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, any time.
Right. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
Bye.
You dunderhead.
Now what have I done?
Why didn't you tell me she was coming again?
She didn't tell me, not till this afternoon.
Honestly, Mary, it's getting so embarrassing. Emily knitted me this bed jacket to come in with, and I've left it at home. If you told me she was coming, you could have fetched it in.
I've told you I didn't know.
Oh, they're all the same, aren't they?
Don't I know it? That's just one of his tricks.
All right, doctor's rounds now. Can you two gentlemen take walkies for a few minutes, please? Doctor's rounds, everybody.
Hey, bed jacket, middle drawer, dressing table.
You've just got to drive them, haven't you?
I said sit down.
Would look silly if a customer came in and you told us off for doing that.
What I do and what you do are two very different things. Right, let's have it from the top.
When I came...
From you.
According to Miss Birchill, when she came to you for the job, you implied that she was the boss. I just thought it funny that if she was, she'd said nothing to me, that's all.
How did I imply you were the boss?
I said it was implicit in what you said.
Same thing.
Yes, I know. Well, if you remember, when you turned me down for a job as a machinist, I said I wanted a job with responsibility and authority, and you said you had the very one. Now, if that don't mean you want me to be responsible and use my authority, what does it mean?
That's exactly right. I want all my employees to be responsible and use their authority, as far as it goes.
And how far does mine go?
When she's out of the shop, you're in charge.
And the rest of the time, she's the boss?
That's what I mean, and that's what I've always meant.
Well, it's a pity you didn't say so in the first place, Mr. Baldwin, but I'm sure we're all glad it's sorted out. But while we're here, Mr. Baldwin, could I say a few things? Isn't it about time we had some money spent on this shop? I mean, the kids will never come in while it's like this, and they're the big spenders. Give us a new name, a new image, way out lights, way out decor, and me and Gail will make it go a bomb, won't we, Gail?
Yeah?
Put it in writing, let me have it. I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, can we get back to work?
Shall I make a cup of tea? I'm dying for a cup.
Oh, we surprise for you in there.
Sending me home.
Hey, come on.
She's a bit upset, poor love.
I'm sorry. I'm useless.
You're just not ready yet. It'll come when it's a mind to.
You've got to take me home.
Of course I will, love.
Look after her. Don't go for any long walks. And if you do, stay on a bus route.
Come on. We'll go home now, come on.